body plugs. Ooh. That is dirt and shells. Let's see if it'll still start up this morning. We stumbled upon this 1970 Dodge Coronet 500 on Power Tour. Found it was for sale. Thought it was pretty cool. Decided to grab it. Did validate the numbers before we brought it home. She's original Rallye Red, which makes it a pretty good looking car. Rallye Red, black buckets, 383 2-barrel, automatic, air conditioning. Super B hood got added at some point, which is a must for these cars for me. It's got the obligatory Coronet 500 tail panel. Big pieces over there. So, how do we know this car is what it says it is? August 1969, WP23L0G111524. W meaning Chrysler, P meaning premium price class, 23 two-door hardtop, L 383 2-barrel 290 horse, O 1970, G St. Louis, and 111524 being the sequential. That's the number we're concerned with right there, 111524. Remember that. So how do you validate the car if you don't have the fender tag? Well, looking for some clues here. I at first thought the doors were a different color, maybe like a turbine bronze metallic or something. However, once you clean a spot and look really close, this is actually red overspray, probably from when the doors were sprayed. It looks like the black was sprayed first and then the red. You can see this is all original red. This is a factory quarter panel. See, the spot welds are erratic. Done by somebody on a Wednesday, just trying to make it through the week after partying too hard in 1970. Actually, late 1969, right? Is that what the door says? Yep, that's what the door says. So, actually, probably we're at a summertime party in August 1969, and next thing you know, you got spot welds that look like that. How do we know it's a bucket seat console car? Okay, well, you go into the floorboard here, and I've cleaned a spot on the weld. That's an original factory weld for a console car. No denying it was originally an automatic car. I really don't think anybody would take the time to route all these hoses. This would be your AC vent for right here. On this side of the car, you can see the uniform spot welds. So this quarter panel would have been put on with the standards and practices in the mid-90s. Looks like it was done really well. Vinyl top holes were closed up, which I think is a good idea. I don't really want to put a vinyl top on it. Body lines are razor sharp everywhere. Spot welds through the wheel well. Carried out. Looks to have the original inner structure. Trunk floor was replaced. Again, back in the 90s, they used to section them in instead of drop the whole piece in. I don't even know if they sold it as a whole piece back then. Trim rails are nice and solid. Single exhaust, big block Two barrel. Pretty funny looking. Everything looks like it should in here. Different undercoating. You can see this is factory undercoating. All sprayed in haphazardly. Somebody did that with some love. It's really good under there. More hints to the Rallye Red. So it took me a minute. Up here, most cars are stamped right through here, which on an AC car would have had a decal right here or a coolant sticker right here. Usually it's under the sticker. It took me a minute to find it, but I found this one on the front right here. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that on camera, but it's got the G for St. Louis, it's got the O for 70 and 111524. So this core support and that door are at least off the same car. The dash, same deal, 111524. Correct rosette rivets, Chrysler Corporation color transform. You can see the original Rallye Red here. Also, up on the core support. What was that? Getting stalked by a freaking predator over here. You can also see remnants of the original red everywhere in here, so I'm pretty confident that started life there, and that was original to the car. Oh yeah, teenager must be going to work early on a Sunday. Gotta love capitalism. Hard to afford C10 parts when you don't work, huh? Alright, we'll let him get out of here and we'll continue our video. The instrument cluster here is showing 61,978 miles. Even though she's sat for the last 28 years, she looks pretty good. That AC dash is pretty cool. Alright, where were we? Numbers. Okay, so one more place to get the numbers on this car, and that is right here in the trunk rail, which you can see I've cleaned. Probably hard to read on camera, but it is G01111524. This car, body-wise, is all numbers. We will validate the engine and transmission next. I'll have to look up validating a 727. I've never done that before. It was my first automatic muscle car, so once we get this thing off, get it up on the lift, we'll check it out. This car right here sat in somebody's garage for 27 years. Nobody's seen underneath it. I haven't seen underneath it. I can't wait to get it up in the air and validate the numbers on the motor and transmission. This is the first time I get to see under the car. I'll take you with me. Alright, let me grab a better light. Starting here at the front, we got a very solid K-member. No rust there. Drum brakes, just like we expected. Man, actually really solid. Really solid. And you can see remnants of the Rallye Red all the way down here. This car was sprayed underneath a little bit. Look at that. Under the undercoating. No faking that, huh? Yeah, she's remarkably solid. This is the quarter panel that was replaced. That would be an original muffler. The kink in the side. Lots of mud dauber nests. Interesting exhaust, little Y pipe. Steering box needs a complete overhaul. But check this out. What is that? Must be, huh, look at that. That is interesting, huh? I have not seen that splash shield before. If you know something about that, let us know about it. But again, you can see the red everywhere underneath that factory undercoating. Automatic. Pretty cool. Other than that, pretty typical of what we're used to. Looks like the drive shaft was out at one point. It's nice and painted. But if I'm not mistaken, that's a factory exhaust right there. Let me get these out of the way. That's that rattle right there when we're trying to drive around. You see where the trunk floor was replaced. Looks like it done a really good job. Frame rails are really nice. Still got red paint back there. Yeah. Obviously we'll need new leaf springs, rebuild the brakes. Wheelhouse looks great. Frame rails, torque boxes. She looks really good. It's hard to get up in here, but you can see OG 111524. So 1970, the assembly plant, and their serial number. So this makes her numbers matching. So that is the original engine. You can see also that it was painted corporate blue, as the 383 two barrel was not an HP engine. So somebody's had it out. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's recently rebuilt, right? What looks to be the right 489 case rear end. This would have been a, ooh, there's an axle tag there too. Ooh, let's get that cleaned up and see what that says. So that looks to be a 276 tag. Boo! We were able to find the numbers on the side of the transmission here. Well, you probably can't read those. The numbers you want are the middle four, which are 2937. And those correlate to the 10,000 day Chrysler calendar, which ends up being Tuesday, August 12th, 1969. So if we go back to our door jamb, we see she was scheduled to be built in August of 1969. So we've now just validated that this door, the dash, this body, the core support, the motor, and transmission all started life together. We also validated this car started life as a bucket seat console car. It was factory air equipped and it was Rallye Red. So while we don't have a fender tag, pretty much tell what this car was. Inside this door. Wonder if she'll start back up now.